We have already talked about loops. Now we are going to talk about two keywords that we can use inside the loop. First is break, and the other one is continue. Let's see what they mean and what they do. First, break. When we use break, we literally are telling PHP that jump out of the loop completely. For example, let's say we are looking for a specific value inside an array. We loop through it and we check each value to see if it's the same value as we want. When we find it, we don't care about the rest of the values. So we want to get out of the loop immediately and continue with the rest of the code. Let me show you an example. Here I have a list of names. Names equals to John, Alex, and Simon, and AMIR. Let's say I'm looking for the name Alex. First, I'm going to write a for each loop. For each names as name. We are going to check if the name is the same as Alex. So we say if name is equal to Alex, then perfect. I've already found what I want. We can break out of the loop completely. And then we do something here. We can say, for example, found it equals to false. If we found it, then we can say found it equals to true. And here we can say echo found it to see if we have already found it or not. PHP index.php. And as you can see, we get 1, which means we found it. If we say, for example, I'm looking for James and we run the code, it's going to go through all the names and show me here. Now, how can we see if we have already gone through all the names or not? Let me change it to Alex. Let me echo the name so you will see what I mean. Echo the name plus PHP end of line. Perfect. Let me run the code. We get John. We get Alex. We see, okay, Alex is what I'm looking for. And we break out of the loop. But if I say James and we run the code, we are going to go through all the loop. John, Alex, Simon, AMIR. And when we don't find it, our list is already over. It doesn't matter. So we go to the rest of the code, which is echo found it, which is false, which caused here to echo nothing. That's break. Let's see what continue means. With continue, we are telling PHP to skip this round and go to the next round. For example, let's say we want to echo a set of numbers. Here we say numbers equals to, I don't know, 3,457, 786, 234. I want to echo the numbers that are not divisible by 3. If they are divisible by 3, I don't care about them. So let's see what we can do. We can say for each numbers as number. Perfect. If the number, how can we check if it's divisible by 3? By checking the remainder divided by 3 should be 0. If that's true, then I don't care about this number. I don't want to do anything for this number. So I'm going to continue. It means that here just stop and go to the next iteration. Otherwise, if it's not divisible by 3, then come here and echo the number. So let's see. Let me comment this part out and come here and run the code again. As you can see, I only got 457 because all the other number, if we divide them by 3, they are going to have a remainder of 0, which means they are divisible by 3. In order to show you which numbers we skipped and which numbers we didn't skip, let me echo the numbers here. Echo number plus PHP end of line. This is before, and we are going to echo 1 afterwards. So I'm going to get each number twice if we don't skip the iteration and go to the next one. Let me run the code. As you can see, I get 3. I come here. I continue. I skip to the next round. I don't echo it. Then I go to 3000. I come here. I see if it's divisible by 3 and it's true, so I skip it. I go to 457. I come here. It's not true. I come here. I echo it and I echo it again till here. Then I get 786. I come here. It's divisible by 3. I skip the round. And again, with 234, I come here, I skip the round, and I'm not going to echo it here. Both of these lists were only like 4 items. But imagine if you have like 10,000 items and you are going to do some complicated calculations. You know how much resources and time you are saving by just using continue and break. So you wouldn't have to run the code and run the calculations on the items that you don't need. That's just amazing. That's it for today. Let's continue with our course.